Hi everyone, welcome to this bonus content on Act 1, Scene 4 of Macbeth. Now, in this video, we're going to look at the imagery of light and dark, and these are images that you've probably already encountered in quite a number of different texts that you study. So what I'd like you to do is pause the video, jot down your ideas about what these things symbolise, and then start the video again when you're ready. There are loads and loads of ideas that we could associate with light and dark, so I've picked the ones that are most relevant to Macbeth. That doesn't mean that if you've got something different to me that it's necessarily wrong. It's just that I'm focusing in on what's really relevant to this text. So for light in Macbeth, it's associated with hope, goodness, heaven, morality, truth. Dark, however, on the other hand, is linked with evil, malevolence, witchcraft, despair, hell, and deception. So light is fair and dark is foul. And at the start of the play, we see that Duncan is associated with light, the witches are associated with darkness, and Macbeth is kind of making that choice between the two and is very quickly sucked in. He succumbs to the world of darkness. Now, in Act 4, Scene 2, light and dark imagery used a couple of times. The first time is by Duncan, and Duncan here is talking about his son Malcolm, and he's naming Malcolm the Prince of Cumberland, as in his heir to the throne. And Duncan then says that when Malcolm is the Prince of Cumberland, this will be followed by signs of nobleness like stars that shall shine on all deservers. So he says he's going to reward other people too. We know he's already given Macbeth the title Thane of Cawdor. He's promised that he's going to make Macbeth and Banquo full of growing. He's going to improve their lives. And here he promises that he's going to give rewards to all deservers. So everyone who's loyal to Duncan is going to get something from him. Now, he compares those rewards to being like stars. So here we have the hope, the positivity, a sense of morality as well in what Duncan says. And that unequivocally associates Duncan with good. On the flip side of this, we have Macbeth, who says, "Stars, hide your fires." It's no accident that he repeats the word in his soliloquy that Duncan has just used. And he says, "Stars, hide your fires." So he doesn't want anything good, anything positive, anything to do with morality to see him in what he's plotting and in what he's going to do to Duncan. And he says, "Let not light see my black and deep desires." Lady Macbeth echoes this quotation later in the play in Act 1, Scene 5, which we'll come to in the next video. And she doesn't want heaven to see her keen knife killing Duncan. Similar to Macbeth, light and heaven, both Macbeth and Lady Macbeth don't want anyone, God, human, whatever, to see the act of regicide. And then in this scene, Macbeth uses the imagery of darkness to describe his desires. And that word black has all of those connotations of malevolence and evil and betrayal that we've just discussed. You'll see this image all the way through the play, and a really good thing to do in your exams is to write about motifs, because you can link lots of ideas in the play together really nicely, and you can automatically be thinking analytically because you're talking about motifs, you're talking about symbols and what they represent. Okay, thanks so much for listening. Check out the next video, which will be on Act 1, Scene 5.